Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jason. I'm your watch guy today, and it is that time of year again. We are approaching the 11/11 sale. Now it's only 2 days this year. It is the 11th and the 12th of November. Obviously, I'm going to do a top 10 video, but this year I've decided to do it in a little bit of a different format. So I found myself looking through AliExpress and thinking, you know what, there's so many watches that we've had for a couple of years now that people are just kind of forgetting about. So today's video is going to be about the classic watches on AliExpress. And by classic, I mean the ones that we all loved, all the ones that kind of really got us into the Chinese watch movement, got us into the Chinese watch market. It certainly got me into it anyway. Now, every watch that I have mentioned on this list has an affiliate link in the description. If you use one of those links, I get a little bit of a kickback. You don't pay any extra and nothing comes from the store. I really do appreciate if you use any of those links. If you don't, I appreciate you watching the video, so thank you for that. Anyway, now we're going to start this list really strong, and this is my favourite watch from Pagani Design. In fact, I think this could be the best watch on AliExpress. I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me, and for good reason, but this one really does have my heart. It is Pagani Design 40mm Submariner Homage, and in particular, the Hulk. It's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this watch. Now it's available in the sale, and it's an absolute bargain at £58. Now at the moment with the NH shortage, they are making this watch with the YN55A. Now that is an Orient version of the Seiko NH35. You're going to get this pretty much the same standard, so I think it's a good step. I think it's a good stand-in for the NH35 while they sort out that whole shortage. It is 40mm ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, fits absolutely beautifully to wrist, and it also has a rubber gasket on the screw-in crown. Now, I just absolutely love that watch. The refinement that they've done to that model is absolutely fantastic, and it really does show that they've gone back and fixed earlier errors. Now, as mentioned, this is £58 in the sale. If you hop over to Pagani Design AliExpress store, that's where you'll find that one. Now, please remember to go to the link, add these into your basket, and then wait until the 11th of the 11th. Next on the list is another absolute classic from AliExpress. This one is from Steeldive. It is the SD1970, and it's their homage to the Seiko Captain Willard. We all know the one, don't we? Apocalypse Now. Do I have to say any more? No. This one's packed with the NH35 movement. It's an absolutely fantastic offering for the price, and that price in the sale is £67.81, which I think is a really, really good deal at this point. I mean, the build quality of these watches is fantastic, and some people would probably argue that they outdo Seiko a little bit. Obviously not with the brand recognition, but ceramic bezel insert, sapphire crystal, it's a good offering for that type of money. I would advise this to anyone who likes that type of style. This one is available on the Steeldive store during the 11/11 sale. Now we're going to be moving back to Pagani Design again, and for good reason. They've released some pretty decent watches over the last year or so. This one is the Pagani Design GMT Master Homage, and this one took all of our hearts, didn't it? It's packed with a Pearl DG GMT movement. I think everyone was excited for this release. Now, since releasing it, they have also offered new variants to it. You can get it in a Jubilee bracelet. You can get it in root beer colours now, which is gorgeous. And there's a couple of different variants to that model too. Now, the really amazing part about this watch is that this is the best selling mechanical watch on AliExpress, which speaks for itself, doesn't it? I think we all really wanted one of these when they came out, and a lot of us did get on the bandwagon for them. I know I got one, and I've kind of considered getting myself another one in the root beer type of colours. I think they're kind of nice. This particular one I found on the Pagani Design official store, and they have them during the sale at £61.49. Again, an absolutely fantastic deal. Now you will notice as we go through this list, a lot of these watches are actually quite well priced, and that's because they've been on the market for a while and the companies have started to mark them down to a more reasonable price. The new releases come out at a premium, So it's really nice to be able to pick up a really quality watch at a really discounted price, I think. Next, we have an absolute legend in the watch game. This is the Caddison dress watch. It's available in the sale for £54 from the Caddison official store. Now, it's packed with an NH36A movement. That's got that day-date complication. It's 316L stainless steel. It's 40mm, and from my experience, they fit really well on wrist. I think that this is one of the most classic watches on AliExpress. I think, again, this was a massive favourite with a lot of reviews, and there's a really good reason why. It's a fantastic watch, and I think if you're going to pick up a really budget, functional dress watch, this is definitely the one to go for. That's the one that I'd probably advise. That one, and another one that I'll show you soon. Now, a absolute giant on AliExpress at the moment, and for good reason, is San Martin. San Martin's first impression on me was their 62 mass Homage. Now, I didn't get that watch, but I saw Jody at Just One More Watch review it, and it really set the whole San Martin thing in motion for me and a lot of others, I think. The quality that he showed in that review from that watch, and in comparison to the £1,000 Seiko alternative, it was a really eye-opening type of video, that one, and I think it really did hit a lot of people with that quality, and it's really shown because they're probably one of the most popular brands on AliExpress at the moment, and creeping into being one of the more popular brands in the watch world, because people are becoming more aware of Chinese brands and what they can accomplish with their watches, and San Martin really do lead that type of market because of the quality that they pack into their watches. Now, this particular watch is packed with an H35 movement. We do have an option of a stainless steel bracelet or rubber band. I would opt for the stainless steel bracelet. You can always add a rubber band later on. 316L stainless steel ceramic bezel insert and a sapphire crystal. It's also packed with 200 meters of water resistance, which really does make it a dive capable watch. And that is available on the San Martin official store for £181.77 on that bracelet in the sale. I think that's going to be pretty popular. I think every year that watch is going to be popular just because of the quality in it. Moving on to a brand that have given us plenty to look at this year, that is Heimdallr. This is the Heimdallr Sea Ghost. It is a homage to the Seamaster 007. My personal favourite is the NTTD version. However, it does come in different colour options. I believe there's a blue and a white and black, which the white and black is really, really nice. I have a friend that has a Seamaster in white and black, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This watch in particular is built in titanium, just like the 007 version from Omega. 007 version from Omega, I'm acting like Heimdallr was the original. It's not. But yeah, it mimics the Omega closer than most of the other homages on the market. Now, it's available between £163 and £181 on the sale, and that's dependent on whether you want the bracelet or not. Again, I'd opt for the bracelet. This one is available on the Heimdallr watch store. It's packed with 200 meters of water resistance, ceramic bezel insert, and a sapphire crystal. It's an absolutely fantastic looking watch, and again, one that will be very popular. Now we move on to the most expensive watch on the list today, and it's one that really did capture my imagination. It was my first tourbillon watch. This is the Aesop Starry Night Tourbillon. I'm so glad I gave it that nickname because it fits it perfectly. Look at that aventurine dial. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially with the print of the solar system on there, or a mimicked print of solar system. It has a tourbillon movement in it, as you can see, sapphire crystal, and comes in at a very, very low price of £235.90 in the sale. That's from the 100% Chronograph and Tourbillon store on AliExpress. Again, the link is in the description. I think that this one will also be popular due to the fact that it is probably one of the cheapest tourbillon watches that you can pick up on AliExpress. And I would push the envelope a little bit more and say that it's probably one of the best looking ones on AliExpress too. Every time I wear this watch, it gets compliments. I love it. I absolutely love it. There's no reason that it's going to leave my collection, especially for the price that I paid for it. It's there to stay now. It really is. And I think that a lot of people would really benefit from adding this type of watch to their collection. Now, as Chinese brands go, I think Seagull is probably the most revered, probably the most well received on the watch market because of their history, I guess. Now the Seagull ST1901 movement gave us probably one of the better watches from AliExpress. Probably, it's really a cult type of watch, this one. This is the 1963 pilot watch from, well, I'm going to say Seagull, but you're going to shout at me for it because it's not really Seagull. It's a remake of a remake of a remake. It's quite confusing. Jody has a couple of videos on it. Go watch him try and explain it. I can't. But I know that these watches are absolutely fantastic. I have had a couple of them through my year and a half of reviewing pieces. I think that really they are probably one of the biggest bargains on the watch market if you are looking for a vintage style chronograph. I can't think of anything that's better at the moment. No, nothing. Now it comes with the ST19 movement, which is a mechanical chronograph movement. As I've just said, it is a hand-winding mechanical chronograph and an absolutely fantastic one at that. I've got it in a couple of watches and I absolutely adore that movement. You can get this in either a 38 or a 40mm variant. I would go with the 38. I like smaller watches, especially in the vintage type of section. There's also other options that you can pick it up with. There's plenty of other options, so hit that link if you're interested in it and see what they can do for you. I think that the £111 price tag on the Tourbillon watch official store is a bargain for this watch, and if you're going to buy it at any point of the year, now is that point. It is the cheapest that it probably will be for the year. I mean, yeah, definitely the cheapest that you're going to pick one up at. Next on our list, we have a budget option to the Caddison that I mentioned earlier. Now, how do we get more budget than £54? Well, let me introduce to you the Starking AM0184. This is a £45 watch. It's got an automatic Seagull movement in the back of it. It is stainless steel and it has a sapphire crystal. Now, a lot of watches have been introduced since this one. I think the quality of watches are probably getting better. However, the price does seem to keep creeping up. Whereas this one coming in at £45 does make it a bargain all year round. Now this is available on the Starking official store, packed with a sapphire crystal, a Seagull automatic movement, and here's that really sweet 40mm size. Now I got one of these in last year or earlier this year for one of the sales from Starking, and I gave it to a friend of mine afterwards and he absolutely loves it. He wears it and wears it and wears it, and that watch just keeps going. And for £45, it's going to be very hard for you to try and find a better watch. I guarantee that. Now to the penultimate piece on our list, and it is back to a brand that I really do have a soft spot for, and that's for multiple reasons. They really did show me that brands will listen to reviewers and their audience, because once we made a suggestion that they should put a automatic movement or a mechanical movement inside their Speedmaster, they did it. And it became one of the most popular watches on AliExpress. I'm of course talking about Phylida. Now, Phylida have also released a No Time to Die Homage, and it features in my most viewed video. I think it's nearly at 40,000 views now, which is insane when you think about it. It is a comparison between the Phylida and the Pagani Design No Time to Die Homages, and the Phylida got my vote. It really did. They came out as a draw, but the Phylida just had that soft spot for me. Now they've re-released this model and they've refined it very well. You can now pick it up with a PT5000 movement, which is a clone of an ETA movement. Well, it's a clone of an SW200, which is a clone of a... You get what I'm getting at. So as I say, you have an option of what movement you would like in this watch. There are also multiple different variants of it in colour and that type of stuff. I would opt for the PT5000 just because it's a premium movement without a premium price. I don't know why anyone would opt for the Miyota. I hate it. As mentioned, they have improved the bezel on this one. It's now with a matte ceramic insert, which looks fantastic against that dial. The build quality in these was fantastic, and honestly, I couldn't advise it to more people. If you would like to pick this one up, my link to the Phylida official store is in the description, and that will be available in the sale for between £87 and £127, depending on the movement that you pick. As I say, £127 for a PT5000 movement, good deal. Now, finally finishing off our list for 11 classic AliExpress watches for 11/11 sale is probably one of the most popular watches on AliExpress and probably one of the best priced watches on AliExpress. I've said this before actually, and I even did a vote on it. This is the Pagani Design Daytona Homage. Now it's got a VK63 movement in the back of that. It comes in multiple different colour options and multiple different casing, well not casing, but yeah casing finishes and band options. Now I have it at the moment. I've had the Panda variant, loved it. I've now got the rose gold meteorite dial variant, and oh, man, it's just ridiculous for the price that they offer them at. Now this will be available in the sale around the £50 to £53 mark. I haven't actually wrote it down on my notepad. I completely forgot that part because I got so into looking at the other variants of it, but they're around £50 to £53 usually, depending on the variant that you pick up too. As I say, VK63 Seiko movements in there. I don't know why I've just made a point of the price. I'm putting the picture there. You can see the price. This one is packed with a sapphire crystal screw down pushers and a screw down crown. It's an absolutely fantastic deal for the price that you are getting. Ceramic bezel, of course, and it comes in the 40mm case. And honestly, it's probably one of the best wearing watches that I've picked up on AliExpress. It just feels so comfortable on wrist, especially with the rubber band options. They really did surprise me. I thought that I'd be getting a cheap, like crappy rubber band from Pagani Design, but no, it is quite premium actually. And as mentioned, you can pick it up with a meteorite dial also. There's also some really weird variants that have different movements in, and like the rainbow Daytona and the skeleton ones, and yeah, there's plenty of different options out there, but I would advise you to pick up the rose gold and meteorite dial. I think that is the pinnacle of that watch. So guys, that's my list of 11 watches for the 11/11 sale, 11 classic AliExpress choices, and a lot of them really do keep that bargain type of aspect from AliExpress that we really do love, something that a lot of us have been missing lately. So I thought that this video would be a really good way of letting you guys know that there's still bargains to be had on the market. They may not be new releases, but they're still fantastic watches. Now, I have just passed 5,000 subscribers. I am doing a Q&A video. If you would like to leave any questions for me, please do so in the comments and I'll make sure I'll get through as many as possible. At the moment, I'm probably going to include everyone that's been asked because there haven't been too many. But yeah, I'll try and include everyone's comment. Thank you for watching this, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one. How rude. I'm putting that in.
What?
I'm putting that in.
Why?
So people can see how rude you are.
Oh, I'm sorry that my everlasting cold is inconvenient for you.
Oh, it's very inconvenient. This one's packed with a sapphire. Stop moving for 5 seconds. It is literally the last watch on the list. 24 minutes in. Stop laughing. Done.